So this afternoon I'm going to do a little bit of work with a square. First of all, I got this set up, very quickly set up. It's close to a 4/12 pitch on a roof. I'm going to show you how to use a square and a level. So I'm going to put this as set 3 feet from the bottom to the edge, and 4/12 would be 12-inch rise. So every foot you go up 4 inches. So 3 feet from the top of the table. So it'll get within reason. It'll give you a pretty good idea on what your pitch is. So you keep raising it. You butt your level square with the end of the square, and you rise it up till you get it level. And that's level. And if you go across to the other side now, it's pretty close to 8. So being it's 2 foot level or 2 foot square, your rise is 8 inches and 2 feet, or a 4/12. What 4/12 means is every 4 inches up, it runs 12, or for every 12 inches of run, it goes up 4 inches. So we have 24-inch run here. As you see, from here to here is 24 inches, and we're up at 8. So it's 8 over 24, or 4 over 12, so 4/12 pitch. So that's how you can find a pitch on a roof. If it's steeper, you just bring your level up higher to get it level. So that's how you would find out what your pitch is on your roof, using a level and a square. So you can also use a square, as I showed the other day with my tape measure, doing your layouts for your walls, studs, trusses, etc. So this here is the width of a 2x4, 2x6, 2x8. So like I showed the other day, you can write your line, draw your lines, and this will give you where your stud or truss would go on a wall or on a roof. Another uses for a square, we can do our cuts for our 4/12 pitch. There's many different ways of doing it if you're going to be doing a lot of cuts, but we're going to use the inside of our square. There's 4 inches and 12, and what we're doing is we're lining up our inches on the bottom level of the 2x6 here that we're using. So it's 4 here, 12 here. So that would give us a 4/12 cut. Hopefully you can see it. So there's one cut, and that would give you either your peak when they come together, or on your tail where the fascia would fit, so it sits straight up and down. So that depending on where their cut is. So if we cut this way and lift it up, it would give us our tail. Or if we flip it up the other way, cut, that will give us our peak. Now if we're going to do the run on a 4/12, 4 and 12, so this would be if you're laying out a valley, we need this cut. So 4/12 on the run this way, we would see this cut, and that way your truss or your wood would sit on your roof the long way. If we were going to do multiple cuts, more than one, these are called stair gauges. But you can use them for this too. So this is how they go on. Open them up. Again, you set your square at 4 and 12, and push this in until it touches the wood. Both ends here. Tighten it up. There. Constantly doing your cuts, whether it's for your peak or your tails, or along the run this way. So I have my square now set up with my stair gauges on. When we used them last time, we were setting it up to do trusses, peak and tail cuts. So I got it set up for doing your stair treads, and most of the time I use a 2x10, or it's 1.5 by 9 1/4, 9 1/2. So what I've done is I've set my stair gauges on the edge here at 9 1/4 and 7 inches. So it's a 7-inch rise and a 9 1/4 inch run. So usually what I do is I start here. I'll run right from this corner up, continue that on. So this will be cut, and that will be my foot or my base of my stairs. So from that point, we're going to go all the way up. So this will be ground down here. This will be the ground. Once this is cut off, this will sit on the ground. We want to rise it 7 inches. So from the ground to the top of the next tread, we want 7 inches. Mark 7. Okay, that will be the top of our tread. So we'll start there. We're going to mark from this point in all the way in to 9 1/4, 7 1/4 on this side. Pull out, pull back. We're going to make a line across. This will be the straight up and down line. What I'm doing here is getting ready. I like to order my steps. We'll go here. We'll go all the way through now. Back, okay. And we're going to do upper 7 inches. That's from the bottom now. Over next tread. Across. All the way up. 7-inch rise. So that's from top to top now. So that would be our tread marks. So from there to there, so this would be your ground. So the top of your next tread is 7 inch. That's a 7-inch rise. This will be a 9 1/4 inch. So even if it's 9 1/2, we'll cut this straight through anyway. And then from top of this tread to the top of the next tread, 7 inches. So there we go, 7. So that's if we're going to router it out. If not, we would just take this, cut this here, cut it, cut it, cut it, and that would make our stair tread, or not our tread, but our stair stringer cut out. I don't like doing the cut out because it makes it a little weaker. I like making routered in, and then my 2x10s fit inside, or 9 1/2 or 9 1/4 inch will fit inside. What I'll do from this point here, so I'll measure in my 9 1/4 here. And we will get a straight line there. Oh, get the right way yet, eh? So what you can do is, if you have a square, you square it off this way, such, and that would be your toe of your heel here. This is your base, your toe, your heel. Cut that out, just makes a cleaner look instead of going out to this point. So that's how you'd use that to make your stairs. So as you see, I've set this as my run and this as my rise, and that's by going on here 7 1/4. That's my product. If it was a 11 inch, I'd have went to 9 or 10 and a 10 inch or 11 inch board. So that's how you set up your square. Most of the time you use a 2x10. You use a 2x12, then you go 11 1/2 by 7. It just gives you the length this way. So that's how you set up your square. That's a couple of uses for your square. Showed you how to check your slope on your house, how you do your cuts for your trusses, setting your gauges at 4 inches and 12 gives you your 4 12, and then doing your risers and your runs for stairs by setting the narrow end here at 9 1/4 for a 2x10 and your rise at 7. So that's how you would set up your square for that. So anybody has any other questions on running squares and how to do other things with a square, or you have any ideas, we'll be more than glad to point these out in another video. So this is another short video of using a square stair gauges. So I thought I'd do outside tapings. Nice day out today. Looks like there's some clouds coming. I'm going to talk about 3 more squares today. This is just a general purpose. You don't want to carry a big square around. It'll still do the trick. This is what they call a combination square, and then the quick squares. So I'm going to show a short little demonstration of how these can be used. So we'll do that right now. So we'll start off with this little utility square. It still does the same as the big square. You can make your lines straight. You can do angles with it too. They have to be a little different, but you'd find your 6, which you can't see because I didn't take this off, but you go 2 and 6, it still give you 45s, or your 412s, or whatever. That's just a quick square. This is the combination square. Again, hit 2, can do multiple things. Draw a line, makes it fairly straight. Extend it out to whatever distance you need for your product. Draw a straight line. Do a 45. And if you want to see what the width of something is, you can pull it out, put it there, tighten it up, flip it over, and it would say 5.5 inches. You want to see how deep something is, push it down until it's tight, pull up, 1.5 inches. So you can go into a box to get depth, whatever. It's a very handy tool. You can extend it out to get longer 45s. It's just a little screw clamp, holds it tight so it doesn't move. You want to have it set for different depths. It also comes with a little scribe tool. In case you don't have a pencil and you need to scribe something, you can just take it and scribe it across. So it gives you a scribe mark. So a very handy tool to have. So here's a small 2x4. We're going to do some demonstration on this quick square. And the reason it's called quick square is because it's fast and easy to use. As you can see, the numbers on here, you can give, make your marks across, so 1, 2, 3 inches, whatever, however wide, whatever you're working with is. You can draw straight lines, flip it over, do 45, or if you're doing trusses, we're going to use, say, 612 truss, getting more and more common now. So we set there, gauge at 6, pull across, and there's 612. If we want to do angles, we can do a 45 this way. So we got down here, 45. Set at the edge of your thing, we got a 45 angle right there. We can do 60 degree, 50 degree, 30 degrees, so set it at 30, and there's a 30 degree angle. So if you have a point that you want to go from, that's what this pivot point is for, and we can go from that pivot point, we can see here, and go 40 degrees from there and run our line, and it comes right out at our point. On it we have our degrees from 1 to 90, our common truss sizes, 112, 212, 312, 412, 512, and also the same on our hip and belly top cuts. Very handy tool to use. Some of them have 1/4 inch marks on here that you can set your pencil into and then run it along to get a straight line. Previously we used the combination square to do that. So that is pretty much a simple explanation of how this can be used. So the quick square, on my pouch I have a little leather holster for this, which sticks in my holster. Pull it out, ready to go, and that's why it's very convenient. That's why it's called a quick square, because it's very quick and convenient to use and get at. Very quick to use. You got your angles, not much thinking to do if you want to get anywhere from 0 to 90 degrees. And also, like I said, when you're setting up for doing trusses, or any angles for that matter, but trusses in particular, you have your markings for your 4, 5, 6, and so on, your top cuts for your trusses and that, and you don't have to set your other square on the ground or on the product, set up to 4 and set up to 12. Like I said, just bang, put it on your board, set it at 4, 12, you got a 4, 12 cut. So that's the 3 squares I was going to show today. Here's one more product. It's not really a square, it's a sliding T-bevel. You can set it, straight. Find something straight or square, set it straight. You can use it as for straights. You can set angles. If you have something that you already have an angle for, you can set it at, find your angle, put it on your product, and okay, it's that, and you want to repeat this process, you can. So that's what this is. It's not really a square, but I thought I'd show it so it can be used as a square once it's set straight. So I'll show you just quickly here using it. So here we are. I showed you setting it. You can just set it on there, and you can run your angle, and there would be your angle. You can set it again by just turning this butterfly and move it in, out, change it. Really sharp angles, not quite as sharp angles. Again, put it back on your product, draw another line, there you go, repeatedly the same. And the thing about it is, if we got lines on here, we can loosen this nut up, put it on our product as such, tighten it up, there you go. Do the same angle again. So that's just another product tool for drawing lines, whether it's angles or whatever. Especially this one's good for finding an angle on something that's already there, and you want to repeat that angle so it's easily set. So I hope this video was informative and helpful in many different ways. That quick square, I feel, is a very important tool in a carpenter's tool belt, even a do-it-yourself, or very easy to use, and it's something that I really truly suggest people get. They're not expensive, they're fairly inexpensive to buy. They do range depending where you get them. In Canada, Princess Auto, you can get them down $3, $4, $5, and you go to the mainline stores and get the Empire ones that are brand names. You're looking at more. They are heavier steel and have more features on them, but the cheap ones do the job, gets most of the angles and things you need. So again, thank you for watching today. Appreciate you coming to view this video. I'd like if you could subscribe, like, share, comment, would be really appreciated. So thank you once again for watching my videos.